We will be looking at the current banner news, the free rewards, the PRIMOGEMS, farming mats, a really cool Cryo plus Dendro reaction for the Imaginarium Theater that could come in-game later, more ways to get sanctifying elixir, and miscellaneous things like the map, boss, etc. We won't have any story-related things, so don't worry about that. Alright then, let's start with the free rewards, then we will follow up with the banner news. A little spoiler alert, the free rewards are not a lot, since we will get Auroron for free in the 5.5 main event. If you didn't know, check your event section, bro should be there. Although I'm not sure if you can claim him since the event isn't over. Anyway, since 5.5 is a character, 5.6 will be a weapon. And it's going to be a bow. At level 90, it has a base ATK of 509.61, and the substat will be an H% bonus of 41.35%. Since we will get R5 of this weapon, I will be looking at the R5 suffix. When an attack hits an opponent, it deals AoE DMG equal to 80% of max HP at the target's location. This effect can be triggered once every 15 seconds. So basically, you hit an enemy and it does AoE damage that scales off 80% max HP. That will be the only reward for the main event, and that is the only flagship free reward as of now. There is also a free Dragon Spine Spear, which I'm not going to specify how you get, but as of right now, it is there. The only thing I will say is it's a quest reward. Other than that, we also have Imaginarium Theater rewards, which are photo poses this time. It's for Diluc, Diona, Keqing, and Farazan. There is also an updated version of Dehia's running trail as well. That's it, nothing else that I could find. If they do add more or make any changes, I will update you all. I really don't want to bring Star Rail into this, but if you haven't seen their anniversary rewards and QOL changes, you should. It will instantly show you who Hoyo loves more. Anyway, this is not a which game does the parent love more video, so moving on from that and onto the 5.6 banner news. The banner news actually came very early this time. It usually only pops up after a week of the beta, but we have it now. The source of this is coming from Hakushin, who is very credible and has been accurate a lot of times. I honestly can't think of times when Hakushin was wrong, but my memory is not the best, so let me know if they messed up. But regardless, be skeptical of this. According to them, the rerun characters are Navia, Kinich, and Raiden. They did not specify the phases, but it could be a Scoffier and Kinich in the first, and Navia and Raiden in the second. That means Aoife will most likely be in the first half as well. They have been releasing the Archons in the second phase, so Raiden makes sense there. Also, yes, I know Raiden did rerun during 5.0, and until now, they haven't rerun a non-new Archon twice in a patch, meaning this is the Natlin arc, and Raiden usually doesn't get 2 reruns. The 2 reruns are usually for the Archon of the new nation. But honestly, since 5.0, Hoyo hasn't been following most of their patterns and has already broken a bunch of trends they used to follow for years. So let's wait and see what happens. If this turns out to be true, and looking at the latest news, Skirk might be coming in 5.7, which means Skirk and Mavuika will show up. Don't quote me on that, but Mavuika needs to rerun in her own nation's arc, and it just makes sense for it to be in 5.7. Usually, Archons rerun around that time too, so if you're looking for a Mavuika rerun, you might have to choose between Skirk and her. Alright, that's the news, nothing else to say here. If anything does pop up, as usual, I will try my best to update it. Now that we're done with the banner news, let's check out the PRIMOGEMS. Since I don't count exploration, the total is always going to be similar, unless there's something special going on. But regardless, let's do some math. Dailies as always. 42 days times 60 equals 2,520 PRIMOGEMS. 1 main event and 3 smaller events total 2,260 gems. The image shared says 2,310 gems from events. So maybe there's an extra 50 somewhere, but I won't add that since we don't know for sure. 600 from maintenance, 300 from the live stream, 2 shop resets, 10 wishes, 80 gems from character test runs, 120 gems from a character story quest. If I'm not wrong, there's an Archon quest, and people who've seen it already know about it. From that, we get 1 wish and at least 60 gems. From endgame content, Imaginarium Theater Reset equals 440 gems, taking stage 6 as the end. Abyss equals 1,200 gems, resets twice, counting floor 11 as the end. Adding everything up, we get 9,340 PRIMOGEMS or 58.3 wishes. You'll get more than this from things like a small new map, new achievements, new waypoints, and web events, but you probably won't get more than 65 wishes total. As far as I remember, this is the same amount of gems we've been getting since Sumeru. With so many characters dropping, getting new ones without saving or just being lucky is almost impossible. So good luck! Now that we've gone through the main topics of 5.6, let's look at the farming materials for the new characters. I'm not going to go through every detail, I'll just have it on the screen so you can check it there. Plus, I'll add them in the comments as well if you want to search for their locations. Escoffier's mats, some aren't farmable yet so they won't be listed. Aoife's mats, I'll keep them up for a bit. Alright then, that covers the basis of 5.6. Now it's just some cool stuff they added, random talks about the version, and also just the state of the game. So the cool thing in 5.6 is there is a reaction for Cryo plus Dendro, and this reaction plus Electro. For now, these reactions are exclusive to Imaginarium Theater. It looks like Hoyo is experimenting with Cryo reactions and seeing how players react to them. If received well, they might implement them fully in the future. New Star Rewards tab in Imaginarium Theater. You can now claim 1 fragile resin and some sanctifying essence based on the number of stars earned from star challenges. 1 sanctifying elixir is also available as a reward. I couldn't find any other QOL changes. Maybe they exist, but nothing major stood out.